The member for Boothby has the call.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister. I refer the Prime Minister to the Belair Hotel in my electorate that has just been hit with their first electricity bill under the carbon tax. Their bill clearly states that their off-peak power rate has increased by 45% as a direct result of the carbon tax. Given that small business receives no compensation, will she apologise for increasing their electricity charge by 45%, or is this, as she said, the whole point of her carbon tax?
The Prime Minister has the call.
Thank you very much. And to the member for Boothby, as it happens, I do know the Belair Hotel, and so I'd be very interested in seeing the account that the member for Boothby is referring to, because it seems to me that the member for Boothby, might want to make some inquiries about the impact of price escalations in electricity prices in South Australia that have nothing to do with carbon pricing. As the member for Boothby would be aware, the people of South Australia have seen, even before the 1st of July, very big increases in power prices. The Premier of South Australia has actually acknowledged
her seat. And before I give the call to the Manager of Opposition Business, I will point out that points of order are not for debate. The Manager of Opposition Business has the call.
I agree with you, Madam Deputy Speaker. They shouldn't be for debate, but they are to point out that the Prime Minister cannot be directly relevant to this question when she's talking about matters that have got nothing to do with the bill from the Belair Hotel,
the
which is since the carbon tax
will resume his seat. He has just pointed out when I asked him not to. He's entered debate into his point of order. The point of order was relevance. If he had stuck to that, we'd have been fine. The Prime Minister has the call and will refer to the question before the chair.
I am very directly talking about electricity prices in South Australia for businesses, including the Belair Hotel, about which I was asked. I am prepared to make some inquiries about the Belair Hotel, as I have just stated, but I am also alerting the member for Boothby who asked the question, as he would be aware, as other South Australians are, there have been increases in power prices in South Australia that are nothing to do with carbon pricing, but raise my concerns about things like over-investment in poles and wires, and the Premier of South Australia has too indicated his concern about the so-called gold plating of the system. And so the member for Boothby may want to think about those factors. On the impact of carbon pricing on small business, or even businesses of the size of the Belair Hotel, to the member for Boothby and to the House in general, we have always indicated that small businesses will be passing through those costs, and that is why we have assisted consumers with tax cuts and family payment increases and pension increases. That's why we have always said under the modelling that people would see an increase of 0.7% in the cost of living. That's less than a cent in a dollar.
The member for Boothby is seeking to table a document.
I seek leave to table the electricity accounts of January 2012 and July 2012.
Will resume his seat. Sorry, is there another document you're seeking leave for the bill? The Leader of the House.
Certainly, Deputy Speaker, but the member also indicated he was quoting from a letter, and he should table that as well.
The member for Boothby will resume his seat. Leave has been granted to table the document.